Hello, hello, and welcome to Moms Living the Dream Life, how to raise a happy family while building the business of your dreams. I'm the host, Sophia Makers, and I'm here to empower women, mothers, actually, to say yes to their dreams, that it's okay to be a mother and go for your desired dreams. And it is possible. And for that reason, I have interviewed 21 amazing mompreneurs that are making it happen. And today I have with me the amazing mompreneur, Nicole Goodman. She is 41. She has two daughters and has been happily married for 11 years. She's worked very closely with people as a hair and makeup artist for 25 years. She went from working on TV and from the editorial world, to running her own private salon for the last 10 years. Wow. She has transformed men and women in the physical sense for all her adult life. Seeing the power this brings is simply compelling to her. Always she's been and always will be for her. So it is very, so it is very natural progression for her to move into coaching and to get to the heart of real life changing transformation. She moved from changing the inside out to the outside in. And now she is running a coaching practice alongside with her hair salon. Nicole, I am so happy you're here with us today. And
Thank you. I'm happy to be here.
And I know you have an amazing message to say and to give to all these amazing moms out there. So I want to say a few things about you and how this journey all came across.
So like you said in the introduction, I've been in hair and makeup for a very, very long time. And I really wanted to get into coaching for quite a few years. I would say 2-3 years. I was really interested in it, and I started a bit of self-development myself. And I was kind of putting it off because I was busy and the kids and all of that stuff. And then I turned 40, and it was like, boom. Okay, I am now officially an adult. No more excuses, because time moves quickly, hey. And my kids aren't babies anymore. I have a 10-year-old and a 7-year-old. And I just really wanted to help make a difference in any small way that I can. I felt that in terms of how our world runs now and the social media and all of that, it's getting us so disconnected from ourselves and from each other. And I just wanted to find a way that I felt there had to be a better way to bring humanity back in. So I started studying. I studied to be a life coach. I'm still studying. I think it's something I will study forever. And I fell madly, passionately in love with the industry and the craft and the skill of becoming a life coach and what it offers to another human being.
Oh, that is beautiful. That's very beautiful. And thank you for saying yes to your dreams, actually, because you are going to impact and help many, many people out there. And that is so much important. So on your journey, like when you decided to go for that dream, to make that change, were any fears that came up, any obstacles, fears? And
I mean, the fears all came from within me. So there was a lot of holding back of, I don't have time, I don't have the money, who do you think you are to be able to coach someone? All of that self-doubt was cropping up. And really, from when I turned 40, it was like, I can't keep making these excuses anymore. So once I then went into it, of course, look, I've been hairdressing for 25 years. So I know it back to front, inside out, upside down. I could do it with my eyes shut. And when you go in to learn a new skill, it's really daunting. It's like, oh, hold on a second, I don't know what I'm doing here. And I hadn't experienced that for a long time. And actually, I learned along the way to really embrace the learning, embrace the beginner's mind, because being a beginner is actually really exciting, and you only get to be a beginner just once in whatever you're trying to start.
wow.
And I really embraced that. And once I kind of allowed myself to enjoy having that beginner's mind and enjoy the not knowing and embracing the not knowing, it was a very different journey for me.
Oh, beautiful. That is beautiful. That's like, turning your fears into excitement and like, wow, this is like all exciting. And it's something
Yeah,
new. That's
which it is,
beautiful.
and anything new is exciting, right? So,
Mm-hmm.
but we put the fear in front of it, so that it then becomes an obstacle, because that's what we naturally want to do. We want to create obstacles for ourselves. But actually, just allowing it to be new and allowing it to be exciting. I mean, I had to keep reminding myself, but it works.
Of course. Yes, I think it needs to be a daily reminder, right?
Daily, probably, and in the beginning, probably like 25 times. Yeah.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So, and towards this journey of yours in the beginning of your new journey and coaching, did you have your support? What was your support system? Did you have support from your family and your surrounding, the people around you, your
So
husband?
my husband was totally amazing, because from the first weekend, I came back from my first weekend of my first experience of learning how to be a life coach, and he could see, I mean, it was visible how lit up I was and how alive I was. So I think from that, he was always going to just support and allow space to make me really embrace it and really explore this new realm for me. So he was great. Yes, I needed support physically as well, because I needed support with my kids. It was taking time away from my salon. So I needed my clients to be understanding and supportive, which they still are. I have an incredible clientele. And yeah, and I needed a lot of support from my parents to help me with some childcare and pickups from school, because I wasn't around as much.
Oh, that's beautiful. Yeah, that's true. So, oh, that's a good like pass on for me to ask you, like what is your daily routine? Like what does Nicole's day look like in, you know, when
So
she,
I split my week quite differently in terms of coaching and hair. So I don't do them in the same day. And actually, as of September, I'm going to be taking on more coaching than I am hairdressing. So I am still in transition in terms of I'm doing both. So at times that causes stress. But on a coaching day, let's say I drop my kids off at school, and I come home and I coach a lot on the phone. And I do face to face. And if it's a nice day, I'll go for a walk in the park with my client. And I probably coach roughly around 3 to 4 people a day. That's kind of the max, because otherwise it gets a bit, I get quite tired, and I want to be really sort of vibrant and be able to hear what the client's saying to me. So then I coach till about 3, and then I have to go and pick my kids up from school. And then I'm mum. So from 3:30, I am totally in mum zone, and I kind of split my day into ways of being. And
okay.
and it's the same with the hairdressing. So that 3 o'clock most days I have to go and pick my kids up, and then I'm in mum mode. And then hopefully my kids go to bed at 8:30, and then I can be in lays on the couch mode, or go to the gym mode, whatever it is. But for me, that's time for me.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's beautiful. Yes, because for me, it was a bit difficult to figure out and structure my day because of my kids are 10, 7, and 2.5, which, all right, the older ones go to school, but the youngest one is still home. So, and it was much easier, as you say, to split the day in half, because when you work, when kids are home, they feel neglected and there's not a great communication. I used to get like all stressed. I have to do work. So I'm figuring it all out too, that structure, just to be healthy and be present for everyone and for myself. And as you say, to do best work with your clients, which is the most important.
And I will say, to add to that, that it's a constant balancing act.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I've learned that balance is a very movable thing. Like, it's not static. So my balance is always changing, and it's always changeable. And I always need to be rejigging it and looking at it, because there'll always be an area where I feel I'm neglecting, or they feel they're neglected, because I've taken on so much. And look, there are days where I get really stressed. Ask my husband, ask any of my friends, and I'm really not. If you go onto my Instagram account, I'm very, very open about that, because I feel it's really vitally important for mums, working mums, well, anybody, to not get caught up in this whole having to be perfect. So I don't do anything perfectly. I might cut a perfect bob, but I've been doing that for a very long time. But I don't, there's nothing in my life that I feel I have perfected. And, thank God, because that allows places for growth.
Exactly.
On a very positive note. Yeah.
Yes. Beautiful. That's amazing. So, okay. And do you plan out me time, like your time? Do you plan it ahead? Like, do you believe that it's very important for moms to take care of themselves so they could be able to care for their family more?
I mean, thank you for asking this question. I am so fiercely passionate about this particular topic because I believe that women, I might get shot for this, women more so than men really have to fight for their self-care because, and we're working, but, we're all usually, I'm not saying everybody, but especially in my household, I am the primary carer. My husband is a very hands-on husband, but I am with the kids more than he is. So it's easier for him because he has more space to just, if he leaves work that day, he can just go to the gym or he can just go. He doesn't so much. I wish he would a little bit more, but he has the freedom to do that. Whereas I have to schedule mine in. Now, if I don't schedule my self-care time in, and my self-care looks like going to the gym is a massive one for me. And it used to be meditation, but meditation's gone completely off. So let's say my self-care of choice is to go to the gym and to eat really well. They're the two things that are vitally important to me. So if those things are out of alignment, then everything starts to crumble for me, and then everything starts to crumble for my kids because I'm really moody and I'm really tired and I'm just feeling aggravated with myself. So I schedule my week mentally in my head for when I can get gym time. And it's either first thing in the morning. I'll either go at like 6:30 in the morning, or I go at 7 o'clock at night. Whenever I can go, I go. And I know roughly in my day when I'm gonna get there, but I just need to get there. And I also need to allow time for food prep, just to make sure that I have healthy meals the next day because I am so busy. So so at 5 o'clock when I cook my kids' meals, I always food prep for myself as well. So it's kind of, but it's been a big work in progress. And there was a lot of guilt that went alongside my self-care, and I fought very hard for it for myself. And now it's just become part of it. But that's come with a lot of work and a lot of practice.
I totally get that. I feel you on that because that's the reason, one of the reasons why I fell towards depression when I had my second baby, because for like 3-4 years, I was putting everyone else's needs ahead of mine. And I wasn't putting my main need, which I needed to fulfill and to do, was be healthy and work out and plan my workout. Because I want to feel good. And when I feel good by working out and being healthy, as I was all like the rest of the years before I became a mom, when that stopped, that's when I started feeling, depressed and like I wasn't doing anything and I felt like nothing. And just by putting, as you said, just by putting my workout and my healthy food input, everything changes. Like just that little tweak. Like if I don't do anything else and if I just do my workout, I could be fine with my children and my husband and everything else. So everyone.
Yeah, sorry, Karen.
No, everyone is different. Everyone's needs is different. Like someone might just want a hug from their husband and they'll be fine for the whole day.
Or someone's self-care mode might be to have a rest for 20 minutes, like whatever, or go for a walk, or I don't know, go and have a coffee with her friend. It doesn't matter what it looks like. It just has to be in there. And I think half of the problem for women is that the guilt takes over, like they don't deserve it or they're not allowed it. And actually, if you're not running on all cylinders, nobody else does within the family. We are the center point of the family. So we have to be running on all cylinders so that everybody else can. So once I got my head around that and stopped seeing it as a selfish act and more as it allows me to serve my family, the guilt quietened.
Yes, we have to accept the fact that we are, as you said, the center, and we have to do everything. We have to balance everything. But I believe totally, as you said, we wish like our husbands helped a little bit more, but they help when we communicate it to them. Like my husband has a totally different way of thinking. Doesn't mean that he doesn't want to help me, but if I don't communicate that with him, he won't think about it on his own. It's like having a third, fourth child. You have to let him know what you want. So like what works for us is like weekly communication on what is needed to be done, and that helps everything. Like, so we are the main point. So we have to structure everything out, and once you accept that, and that's, as you said, once you accept that, everything gets like more calm. Everything is okay, because that's when you take over and you can do it. And you don't expect everyone else to do things that you want them to do, like
I mean, that gets into a very murky area of starting to expect everyone to read your mind. And why haven't they done this? And why haven't they done that? You know, I've been there 1,000 times, and I'll probably be there 1,000 times more. But it's actually, I loved what you just said about communicating. And actually, maybe that's part of self-care as well. It's just giving ourselves the time to communicate with our partners of what it is we actually need and how the week's going to run. And this is what I need you to do on Monday. And this is what, you know, and just having a bit more structure around that. I love that.
Beautiful. So do you, as we're talking about with your husband and the communication, do you have like, do you plan like date nights or special like vacations or getaways with your husband?
We are really bad at date nights. He also runs his own business. So we do both. We can be like passing ships occasionally, but we always great at recognizing when we need time together. So we went on a lovely weekend away a couple of months ago, and that was gorgeous. And we've just been on vacation, and we spent some time. We're going on vacation again tomorrow. So we're getting better at taking time for ourselves. I have to say, it doesn't come overly naturally. The thing that comes naturally to both of us is just working hard, concentrating on the kids, and just kind of getting through this crazy London life. But we're getting better. Yes. But again, it's been a work in progress for both of us.
Exactly. And I think it's every day.
It's a movable thing. Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah. Beautiful. And with your children, so do you have like special dates with your children? Do you have a special communication or way of raising your children, just to have that great connection, just to maintain that connection? Since you work a lot, that's why I'm asking that, because we are working moms, so our time is limited. We're not all day with our children. So
well, my kids are at school, and I kind of work when they're at school, so they would be none the wiser. Look, I was raised by a working mum, so and actually my mum ran her own business, which was quite rare 30, 40 years ago for a woman to run her own business. And actually my work ethic is totally down to watching my mum run this business. And I'm so grateful for that I was raised by a working mother, and she modeled to me what I'm now modeling to my children. So I think in terms of, was it how I parent them? How I make time with them?
Connection. Yeah, the connection. Do you play games? Do you have like family nights? Do you have
we have family night every Sunday. Every Sunday night we do movie night. But I'll be honest, it normally ends in an argument because no one can decide what they want to watch, especially between my two daughters. So that's kind of how we've gone. Me and, you know what, I'm with my girls a lot. I'm really, really fortunate. I have a job that I get to pick my girls up every day from school. I'm very grateful for that, and that was something that was very, very important to me. So I am with them a lot. You know, I'm kind of carpooling them most of the time and dropping them. But we talk. We talk a lot. My 7-year-old she's not so into the talking. My 10-year-old definitely is. And I always make sure that just before she goes to bed, we have a little, so come on, tell me anything you need to tell me. What was the best part of your day? What was the worst part of your day? What made you smile today? So I love these questions and actually I've noticed that when I pick them up from school is when I get the blurb. That's when they want to tell me everything. So I kind of sit quite quietly then and just take in all the information. After that, they're kind of like, you know, they just want to watch TV and chill out. And then we row about homework.
Oh, beautiful. I love that. And I love the connection. Like now, I think nowadays, like mothers and fathers, they connect more with their children. I truly believe that. And
Totally. I think we're much more on the, I think there's much more conscious parenting around now.
that. Yes.
Yeah.
And asking, like, my mom was like, oh, you asked, like, my mom never asked me, oh, how was your day? What do you love to do? What happened at school? Or before we go to night, you know, we use affirmations. Like, I have like 2-3 affirmations I want my boys to say to themselves when I see their need, like when they come from school, like to build their self-esteem, because that age, that preteen age, is like all of a sudden they have no self-esteem, and it's like
I mean, and and I'm a life coach, so I'm thinking, oh my God, the pressure is on. I build self-esteem for a living. Well, I don't, my clients do, but that's totally my arena of work. And here's my daughter who, she struggles, but then that's just her age. And my God, like, I don't remember at 10 years old knowing my own mind, or do you? I just don't think that was something that was expected of us back then.
Nope. I don't remember part of, like, a lot of parts of my life then. But now it feels like because I'm so close, because my mom wasn't that close. We grew up with my grandmother. I just feel that because I didn't have a role model, I was asking my mom, like, I don't know what to do, but I'm very, like, grateful for what I've been learning, and from my, like, I really use what's it called, the conscious parenting, and I really get into their place. I put myself into their shoes, and that really helps me. I try to feel what they're feeling, and I do that. That's when I start talking and get their opinion and see what's going on. Like, I just want to feel what they're feeling. That's, like, the best thing, and that's what I try to teach them, is to express their feelings or what they're feeling.
And I totally agree. Now, I just had a very funny situation with my daughter where I took her to the dentist, and she was in a really bad mood. She didn't want to go this is my 7-year-old. She really didn't want to go to the dentist. So she was being horrid. She wasn't very polite to the dentist. I eventually got her in the chair, and the whole situation was awkward and unnecessary. And I was doing come on, I know it's not great to go to the dentist. Come on, look, I appreciate that you've had a boring day and I've been working, and I was trying to get into her world and say, I really understand you. And then it was like giving her permission to be even more of a brat. So then when we got in the car and she was still, and I'd spent all this money on her beautiful new white teeth, and then I just turned, I was like, right, enough. It's enough. So, and then I just sort of gave her what for, and I said, don't say another word until you apologize to me, because your behavior was unacceptable. And I did get an apology, which I'm very proud of. So I think that understanding, I'm so for it, but I think it takes you so far with the children.
Yes, that's true. I like that. I like exactly what you said. Yes, that is true. Yes. So, beautiful. Okay, that's awesome. So, do you have some good advice, which I'm sure you do, for those moms that want to take that step forward, saying yes to their dreams, but they're fearing because they're a mom, and they're like, okay, they got that story going on in their head. Okay, I'm a mom now. I just have to be a mom. But they have that burning desire to move forward. Like, any advice on what they should do, like their first steps?
I would say it's, what kind of a person do you want to model to your children? And what's important for your children to see you doing. So, and if that's being a stay-at-home mom, then that's absolutely great. And if that's your dream, then I totally admire and respect that. That's amazing. It's whatever drives you. I would say get a coach to help you with it. No, I'm only joking. Yes, they very much help.
It's true.
I put stuff on hold for a long time, for probably 3 years longer than I wanted to. And if I hadn't, I'd be 3 years further into my coaching business. So I'm not regretful of that. I believe things happen as they're supposed to. But ultimately, I don't know why, sorry, Siri just appeared. Ultimately, we all know what we want in our hearts. We do. And sometimes we silence it with excuses. So I would say really take a moment to check in with yourself and say, what is it I want for myself? What is it I want for my children? What kind of a mother do I want to be? And that's where the answers are. that's the truth. That's when the truth of your heart really speaks in how you want to move forward in this world. Because you're a mother, yes, but that's only part of who you are. You're a human being, and you've got a lot to offer the world in whatever capacity you want that to be. And I would never let fear or guilt hold you back. So just ask yourself, if you're holding yourself back because of guilt, that's not a good enough reason. And when the guilt's gone, what else is there? But listen to this, listen to your heart, and listen to what's true for you, and that is what can guide you.
Beautiful message. I love that message. Yes, it got me the chills because that's what truly is. We have to listen to our heart and truly ask what life we want, what role model we want to be, and what is that vision. Like, that's how it all begins. And don't say, like, when we see something, when we dream of something, it means something. It is our life purpose. We shouldn't push it aside. We should go and believe that we can do it. So that needs some work in the community. And as you said it before with the coach, because I had that conversation with another coach the other day, saying that we know what we need to do sometimes, but we don't do it. We need someone to push us forward. We need someone, the community. We need that empowerment. We need someone to remind us who we truly are. So
the self-doubt creeps in. The self-doubt creeps in, and it's very loud.
Yes.
It's kind of easier to believe in the self-doubt than it is to believe in the more empowered part of ourselves. And that needs to shift. Because if we do believe in the empowered part of ourselves, think of what will be happening in the world.
Oh my God.
Incredible.
Yes. Amazing world. So we're making the change, and we're empowering our children, and we're teaching them what is possible for them to do. So they will be thinking differently. And I think it's the beginning of a huge movement.
Hear for that. Yes, I'm so for that.
Beautiful. So you have something you want to gift the viewers?
Yes. So if you go onto my website, I think Sophia's going to pop the link up. I would be very happy to offer a free 40-minute coaching session, a sample session for you guys to try it and see if you like it. And might be able to answer any of your questions or any doubts that you might have. I'd be very happy to offer that.
Beautiful. Thank you.
And we can do it over the phone. So don't worry about, I'm UK based, so don't worry about where you live. We can do it all over the phone.
Yes. Everything is possible now. Nicole, thank you so much. Amazing information. And thank you so much for being part of this.
My pleasure. Thank you so much for inviting me.
Okay.